Hello, my Sagittarius. Welcome to the Gnostic Mystic. Today we're going to be doing the reading for July of 2026. This is going to be a Celtic cross spread for you, Sagittarius. So, okay, we got two right there. Here's the Tower. All right. Excellent. So I'm going to start by talking a little bit about what we got going on with the moon. This end of this month, you've got the full moon. I believe it's in Capricorn. It's a strawberry moon. And this moon is a lot about new ideas, coming up with new things. I think it's reflecting back on just decisions and things that you had made around June 14th. So if you can remember around June 14th, things that you were planning, any ideas that you had, any things that you were building on, it's going to be building on that, really. So any kind of ideas that you might have had, that's all about new, fresh starts or starting new plans or starting up new business ideas, things like that. Now, do keep in mind, we have Mercury retrograde coming up at the end of June, beginning of July, going through most all of July. So if you are planning on doing anything like starting a new business, doing anything that's going to take you, signing any contracts, doing anything like that, anything that could be sticky wickets, you should probably be very vigilant, or maybe just hold off until that's all over in August. But, you know, we all love Mercury retrograde. So if you're traveling, know that there could be delays. Know that if you work with a lot with technology, there could be issues. Of course, if you work a lot with technology, there's always issues, right? Okay. All right, Sagi. So, recent past, you got the Queen of Pentacles. What is the future? Oh, all right, I don't know about all that. All right. So, you are coming in kind of hot potatoes here with this King of Cups. This, to me, it's crossed with the Tower. I mean, yay. It feels like you are in a positive place. You are feeling pretty good about yourself. You're feeling okay. You've got this, infinite symbol on top of your head. You've got your lion at your feet. You've got your cup full of stuff. You're feeling pretty good about yourself, but it seems like there's something going on around you that is, I don't want to say catastrophic, but is definitely foundation shifting. Like you have something happening around you that is making you feel like the strength of, you're really holding on to that cup for strength here, because you are in the midst of some earthquakey vibes underneath your feet. The earthbound energy that you've got coming into your meat puppet here with all of this influencing you as we go ahead. For the month of July, you've got the Emperor and you've got the Knight of Cups. So the Emperor card, a lot of like strong masculine energy. That's good energy to have in this spot, I would think, because this is very much so like your grounding energy, your foundational energy, the way that you're receiving energy from source. So you're receiving it very maturely. You're receiving it very like, okay, what do I do with it? And the Knight of Cups is very much about like offers. So I would say that you're very giving and receiving at this time. You are very generous and willing to accept generosity at this time. You are trying to be both giving and taking, and that's kind of the energy you're coming in here with. Like you are trying to be very mature, but I also think there's some level of eagerness and excitement emotionally that goes along with this, that is making it, actually, maybe making it a little bit difficult to be the Emperor here, right? The Knight of Cups is a very naive, very young, very fresh, very vibrant energy. It's a very youthful energy. It's very romantic energy. The Emperor is not that, right? The Emperor is very stern energy. It's very strong energy. It's very masculine energy. And so I feel like there's a softness, there is an emotional thing that is trying to soften this Emperor, or that the Emperor is trying to push down that softness, right? It almost kind of feels like this Knight of Cups is trying to like lull this giant head to sleep so that it can move past it with its horse silently. It almost kind of feels like that. So it feels to me like there's some level of like, I'm going to be mature about this, and I'm not going to let myself get too whimsical about it and too emotional about it and I'm not going to offer that thing. I'm not going to say that thing. I'm not going to make that joke. I'm not going to, like, it seems kind of like that energy that you're coming at it with. the Eight of Pentacles is what Spirit is bringing in, which is a very, it's a very like worker bee card. I mean, as far as cards go, it's like not, it's very like, okay, well, I think you can build on what you got, because this is what Spirit is telling you, right? This is what Spirit's trying to impart. This is what the soul energy, this is what the crowning energy of this thing is, which I guess would be this Tower energy that's over you. And it seems very like, we're just going to keep your head down and keep working. It's that Eight of Pentacles. You're just going to keep your head down and stay focused and keep knocking away at the base of that tree with your tiny butter knife, and eventually the tree will fall. Right? That's kind of how it feels. So while you have this eager, fun Knight of Cups energy that is trying to tap into the joyful naivety of the Emperor, I think the Eight of Pentacles energy is kind of telling you not to do that. Like the Eight of Pentacles spirit source is trying to give you more of that, you know, stick to this. Like, stick to this. This is what we want. This is what we want here. I know that this is there and that's cute, but like, I think maybe you need to kind of hold it down. I think that that's what Spirit's trying to say there. The Queen of Pentacles in the recent past, I get very excellent, almost haughty vibes from this card, right? Almost like, I'm so good, I'm so awesome, look at me. So I think you've had something happen. You've been either very successful in a business venture, you've made quite a bit of money doing something, you have used your skills to do something that has made you money recently. You're feeling very proud of yourself. You're feeling yourself, right? Something happened recently, made you feel yourself, made you feel very good about yourself. Which is great. That's great energy, especially when you're going into this energy, which isn't great energy. This energy is like, this is Nine of Swords and the Seven of Swords, which have got to be two of my least favorite cards in the deck. I'm not going to kid you. So I'm going to clarify. I mean, the energy of that to me feels like you are very concerned about, okay, but gosh, all the swords, the Six of Swords came out as a qualifier. So, I mean, that's good though, because it seems like you're protected. I don't think you're going to make a decision here or say anything that's bad. Oh man, to qualify the Nine of Swords, really. This is in your head though. I mean, this is in your head. No, I mean, that's good. This is the Eight of Wands, the Empress. So, I mean, and the Sun on the bottom of the deck. So this is good. This stuff is in your head, right? The Nine of Swords, the Nine of Swords is a card of nightmares, of dreams in your head, of nightmares in your head. This is not being able to let go of things that are driving you crazy. You are having a hard time letting go of some ideas that are just in there. They have taken root and they are driving you nuts. That might be what this Tower is, right? Because the rest of this energy doesn't feel very violent, and then all of a sudden you have this Tower, which is pointing right at all these swords, right? You see this Tower here on its side, pointing right at all these swords. So I think that whatever this Tower energy is that's surrounding you is really making you feel like you've got to be a little bit sneaky, you've got to hide stuff, you've got to worry about stuff. You're worried about being judged for something. Like, I don't know. I mean, it feels like you're very concerned. The Six of Swords coming out at the beginning there as the initial qualifier, that to me says that you are, let's see, Swords and the Five of Cups. You're worried, you are protected, right? The Six of Swords is protected passage. Like, yeah, it's a troubling time, but it's not a time that you need to necessarily be concerned about is devastating in the end. But I think you are worried. I think you are worried. What are you worried about? What are you worried about? I think you're worried about judgment. I think you're worried that whatever this thing is, that this Tower is, that's affecting all your good vibes and all your strong fortitude, is making you think that you're having to do shisty, like weird, underhanded stuff to maybe keep it secret. I don't know. The Queen of Swords, the Five of Cups, that's, you know, information. Being the Queen of Swords to me is almost like the Cersei Lannister, right? She's the one that is knows all of it, knows all that's going on. She's got her fingers in all the pies, and I just think that, I don't know, I think that there's a level of overthinking going on here for sure about something. All right, let's get one more qualifier here for the Tower. I would really like to have a little bit more on that Tower card. What is this Tower? What is this? What is the energy surrounding this Tower? Can we get some clarity on what this is? What is this Tower situation that is causing my Sagittarians so much grief? Some kind of relationship. This is some kind of relationship. So this is some kind of soulmate energy. Two of Cups could just be a work relationship. This is somebody that you are close with, you're sharing cups with, you work closely with. This is, I mean, that's definitely what this is, though. That's a pretty definitive answer there, right? If you're asking me, that's about as definitive as it gets. So there's something with a person here, and again, the Queen of Swords. Maybe you are concerned about having to speak a truth about something. Maybe you're concerned that the truth of something is going to negatively affect this person in the Two of Cups. Perhaps this relationship is the Tower and it is creating a great deal of grief. It's possibly a relationship that is not great for you, and you know that, and other people know that, and so you are nervous that people are going to be judging you for being in it at all, going back to it. It's like you know that you know better. This Queen of Swords card is telling me you know better, right? And I had the Empress and the Eight of Wands down here that had come out when I was just trying to qualify those last cards, and I think that they came out kind of right along with the Knight and the Knight of Cups and the Emperor, and I think it's the same vibe. I think that you are really feeling good about yourself. You feel great about you, but you don't feel great about whatever this is. This is not great. This thing is freaking you out. So, okay. Let's look at what Spirit's side of things is over here and get a little clarity on away from the meat puppet and into our spirit self and see what our spirit self has got going on with this. Spirit, help me out with this one. Give me a card for the spirit self on this one. Spirit self for July 2026 for Sagittarius. Three of Pentacles, Seven of Wands. Okay. I hope some fear. No. Energies. This is like your ancestral energies surrounding you. Ace of Cups. King of Swords. Okay. Hopes and fears in the situation. What are your hopes and fears? Knight of Pentacles. Slow moving energy. And what is the final outcome? The Death card. Wow. All right. We all know that's not necessarily a bad thing. But he is popping out, especially since, if I'm not mistaken, we only have 3 major arcana, and they are all very strong cards, right? They're very masculine energies. You've got a lot of masculine energy right now. I mean, even your feminine energy is masculine. You're as masculine as the feminine energy, I think, gets, really. I feel like this Tower card, right? Look, it's masculine. It's got reasons to be masculine there, which we can all kind of figure out. Figurative masculinity. And then there's the Emperor, clearly an extremely masculine card, one of the most masculine cards in the deck. You have the King of Swords. You've got the Death card, which is this, like, you know, angry looking dude. Death, I assume that's Death right there. So your energy, Seven of Wands, Three of Pentacles, you feel good. You feel, again, good about yourself. Once again, the energy about yourself is very strong. You feel very victorious. You feel like you've got the high ground. And again, like, you're feeling good. If you needed to, you could fight off the bad dudes and you'd be just fine. The Seven of Swords is the Seven of Wands, rather, is a very excellent, strong, positive card of personal growth. And you are doing things to get better. It looks like the Three of Pentacles to me says, like, right now you're in a place of, I rock, and I'm doing things to make myself even more awesome. That's the kind of vibe you're putting out there. Your spirit is saying, I'm the cat's pajamas, and I'm gonna spend some time making more pajamas too, for even more cats, because that's how many cat's pajamas I am, right? That's kind of how your energy is. The energy surrounding you is delightful. You've got the Ace of Cups, you've got the King of Swords. So you have a very strong, emotional, lovely peace. You got this dove of peace with this Ace of Cups. You've got a lot of overpouring emotions coming in. You are surrounded by love, emotion. The King of Swords is a little bit more like you're surrounded by truth too. So the King of Swords could be an energy surrounding you that could be like an additional energy coming in, or it could just be, I mean, we do have that relationship. We had that Two of Cups there. So in that energy, that King of Swords could be that, right? You could have, it's kind of a mixture of those. Like it's a sort of like an intense, cutting, very logical energy, and then a very emotional, very overflowing, very sappy energy. So I feel like the energies surrounding this are like, yes, it feels good. No, you probably don't want to do it. that's the energy you're getting from the universe, is like, okay, girl, your ancestors are telling you, like, I feel you. Girl or boy, sorry, I know, or others. I know we are not gender specifying here. I am a girl and I am a Sagittarius, so I am just personifying, but I think that this is basically your ancestral energy, your spirit guide energy, your soul family energy saying, yeah, it feels good. We get it, girl. Like, we see it. It's lovely. Maybe not though. Like, maybe really think about it. Put on your thinking cap and your thinking sword and really think about if that's a great idea, you know, because it might not be. And I think you know that it might not be. And I think that's why these swords are plaguing you. The Knight of Pentacles, your hopes and fears. I think that you are both hopeful and afraid that this is going to take some time. I think you're just like biting your nails, and you would like for whatever this thing is that is creating these swords energies in your mind to resolve. And I think both your hope is that it's going to not resolve anytime soon, so you don't have to deal with that. And I think your fear is that it will resolve. It's not going to resolve anytime soon, and then you won't know. So I think that's both of your hopes and fears, is that it's just slow moving. It's that it's happening, but it's happening slowly. And so when is it going to happen? It's that kind of like, is it now? Is it now? We're talking about that. And the High Priestess and the Three of Wands came out. So yeah, I think it's, am I going to be above board about this? Am I going to be spiritually strong about this? It's out to sea, right? The plan is out to sea. The plan is moving, and the ships are moving now. So the Pentacle, the Knight, is on his ride, and he's got his Pentacles, and he's moving, but he's moving slow because he's burdened down by a lot of Pentacles, right? I think that's one of the reasons why this is a slow moving card. And I think that there's just a lot of weight to whatever this thing is that's creating all of this tension. But you're trying to stay very calm, stay very spiritual, stay very above board, stay very grounded, and just kind of wait and see what happens. And the Death card here in your final outcome, to me, says there's really no way to get around whatever transformation is coming. Let's do cards. Whatever transformation is coming as a result of this thing. I would say be not afraid. The Six of Cups, yeah. And I mean, it could be something from your past. It could be someone from your past. It could be a soulmate energy. It could be nostalgia, but that's not how I'm reading this. With the Death card, to me, that's saying either you are letting go of a past life or a past life connection, and you are moving forward and saying, I'm cutting that out, or you are allowing a past life and a past life connection to change you and alter you and transform you. So, and that might be this Tower. That might be this person. This Two of Cups that was here before, right? That could be what that is. So, can we get one more for the Death card, please? Can we just get one more for that Death card? That's such a heavy energy, and that Six of Cups could be so many things. The Knight of Wands. Okay. I mean, that's quick moving energy. So it seems like you've got Messenger. The Messenger, the Knight of Wands is the Messenger. The Knight of Wands is a quick moving, burning, fiery energy. It's possible that you could be receiving some kind of missive or information. Whew, and the Two of Cups again. Okay, and the Knight of Cups again. So it looks like you could be getting a missive. You could be getting some kind of communication. You could be getting some kind of offer from somebody from your past. And in that, it could really set things in motion. Or there could be something that is said, a message that comes through, an offer that comes through that's related to this connection. I think that these cards go together. I think this is some kind of pair, some kind of soul connection, whether it's a relationship, a love connection, or it's just like a friend or whatever. It's a very strong connection between you and another person. And I think that this transformation is related to that. And I think that it's going to start when some kind of communication is going to come forward. There's going to be somebody who's going to say something. The thing you're most afraid of is going to happen. Somebody's going to say something. And when somebody says something, things are going to change. So just be prepared for that. Like, know that that's going to be a thing. Like, if communication happens here, and I think it's interesting that we got both the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Cups, right? They're both kind of like messenger cards. One's like an offering of love, and one is just like, I got a message for you. But they're both messengers, right? They're both kind of like offering you a message, and they are facing each other like we're coming to offer it to each other. I almost kind of feel like these are you and that other person. And I think that you're both coming together, and you're both ready to say something. And when something is said, I think that it's going to be a problem. I think it's going to be a problem. Now, whether or not that problem transforms into something good or something bad, I don't know. I mean, you're the only one who would know that. But I think that you, based on the Nine of Swords and the Seven of Swords, don't feel great about it, like going into it. I think you're nervous that this transformation is not going to be for the best. But I think that it's an inevitable transformation. I think that you're going to, either way, either you're transforming by saying no to it and that it will transform you, or you're going to say yes to it and it's going to transform you. Either way, once again, this is you. Don't forget, you have the high ground here. You don't need to be defensive, but if you must, you will be in the position of power. You have the answers. You know what's the right thing to do. And you have the position to defend that thing. Whatever you want to defend in your life, whatever thing you want to be, you just have to go for it, and I think it's going to come. Like, this transformation is going to happen, but it's going to be one way or the other, right? It is going to come, whether it's the good transformation or it's the bad transformation. And I don't know, I think it doesn't really, I don't know that good or bad is even really a way to qualify it, because it almost kind of seems like both are good, either transforming and saying, I'm not going to allow this thing to happen, and I'm going to get rid of this thing and say no more, or saying, yes, I'm accepting this thing, and I'm going to let this thing happen. Either way, it's going to transform the way that you are. And the Ten of Cups, right? So I think that overall, the reading is, it's a little neutral, but a little rough with this again, Nine of Swords and Seven of Swords. I think you are really in your own head. You are really plaguing yourself about this situation, and you maybe don't need to be doing that so much. I think that you are deep in your deepest soul. You know that you stand on business. You know that you are awesome, rocking and rolling, and sturdy and reliable and good and all of those things. You know that about yourself. You see yourself as victorious. You see yourself as industrious. You see yourself as useful. Energy, the spirit wants you to be successful. It knows that things are going to be, it knows that this situation is both emotional and it is intellectually distressing. So it is both emotionally fulfilling and intellectually distressing, whatever the situation is that you're in. But if you allow yourself to, I think, move slowly, but stay above it, like stay feeling spiritually creamy while you wait for the ship to come in. This is advice from Spirit. We've got 40, Wisdom Keeper, the Owl. Big fan of owls. The owls are not what they seem. So I would, let's see what Owl has to say. Excuse me. The Owl shows that your life direction has led you to places of wisdom and understanding, and that you are or have been successfully navigating your way through some dark nights of the soul. You are being advised to spend time in silence, away from the crowd, so that you can make very personal decisions about your life's path. The owl is watching and guiding your soul to its rightful place in the universe. Trust the process. Trust the process. I think that's a good one. If asking a question of the cards, the answer is to navigate your way carefully. Don't be tempted to hold on to something just because it's there. Expect there to be a death of the old around you. All will still be well. Wow, okay. Yeah. High note, watch, wait, and be wise. Low note, love your fears to lighten the shadows. So it doesn't get it. You can't make it up, right? It didn't get much more spot on than that. Death is coming, right? The death of something is coming and the birth of something new. There's not really going to be any way you can avoid that. So instead of freaking out about it, instead of living in your fears and living in your nightmares and figuring out ways to trick yourself into not, into something else, or trying to find ways to be sneaky about it or whatever, or lie to yourself, just accept it. Accept it for what it is. Accept that you are doing what you think is best in the situation. And hold on, I guess, for the ride, because it looks like there's something coming and it ain't going to be necessarily easy. So it's a little unfortunate. It's my read too. Oh my goodness. I guess we'll see. It's going to be quite the July. Well, it being Mercury retrograde, please keep that in mind. Please just keep yourself grounded. Try not to make any hasty decisions this month. Try not to make any hasty communications. Lord knows it could go in any number of directions. It could end up going where you don't want it to. It could be it's the kind of month where you would send an inappropriate picture to someone from your work on accident. It's that kind of stuff happens. So just don't do anything that you think is at all dicey, and just try and go with the flow and feel happy. Get out of this. Get away from this, right? That's the main thing. Get away from the Nine of Swords. Get away from the nightmares. Trust that it's going to be okay, and try and stay spiritually creamy, okay? All right, I think that's everything I've got for you, Sagittarius. So hopefully you have a lovely July and all of your tech works just fine and your travel plans turn out just the way you hope. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye.